I used to write my life in pencil, afraid of making marks I couldn't change, keeping one foot out the door, a little cautious, just a ghost inside a predetermined frame. But then you found the spaces in the margins, and you read the parts I tried to hide away. Now the lead is breaking and the wood is splintering. I'm ready for a color that won't fade. They say that nothing lasts forever, that time is just a tide that pulls away. But looking in your eyes I see a never, and a promise that is written here to stay. Because your love is permanent, ink on my soul, a story that's finally beautiful and whole. It's not a fleeting shadow or a vapor in the wind. It's the kind of grace that knows exactly where I've been. Let the world try to scrub it, let the years try to wash it thin. You're etched into my heart in permanent ink. It's in the way you hold me when I'm heavy, it's in the quiet I'm still here at 3 AM. I used to think that soulmates were for movies, until you became my always and my amen. There's no erasing what we built together. There's no going back to who I was before. Every scar I carry turned into a masterpiece the second that you walked through my door. Because your love is permanent, ink on my soul, a story that's funny, beautiful and whole. It's not a fleeting shadow or vapor in the wind. It's the kind of grace that knows exactly where I've been. Let the world try to scrub it, let the years try to wash it thin. You're etched into my heart in permanent ink. Oh, deep under the surface, past the skin and the bone, in a language of light that only we've known. It's indelible, it's visceral, it's the only truth I need. You're the only line of poetry I'll ever have to read. The paper might yellow, the edges might fade, but the ink is a part of me. It's never going away. No, it's never going away. Permanent ink. Yeah, you're my permanent ink. I used to be a satellite, drifting in the gray, looking for a signal a million miles away. Just a flicker in the dark, a heart without a way, spinning through the silence, resigning to my fate. Then you stepped into the light and the axis started shifting. I felt the tether take a hold. Just as I was drifting, it's the gravity of you, the pull I can't explain, the quiet steady rhythm sky of endless blue. Everything I am belongs to the gravity of you. They say the stars are lonely, burning out in space, but I found every galaxy reflected in your face. You don't have to say a word to keep me in your orbit. Any love I used to have, your spirit just absorbs it. Now the chaos of the world is just a distant sound, because you're the only force that keeps me on the ground. It's the gravity of you, the pull I can't explain, the quiet steady rhythm running through my veins. I'm not falling anymore, I'm finally coming home to the only piece of heaven that I've ever known. You're the earth beneath my feet, the sky of endless blue. Everything I am belongs to the gravity of you. It isn't just a feeling, it's a law of who we are. Two souls that found the center of a single beating star. Even if the sun goes out and the tides forget the shore, I'll be leaning towards you the gravity of you. I'm grounded in your grace. The gravity of you. My heart has found its place. No more drifting, just you. The world is a sea that never sleeps. Tides of worry, promises we couldn't keep. I was drifting, caught in the haze, a ghost in the wind, lost in the maze. Then you reached out through the heavy gray, and the restless waters just slipped away. I don't need a map, I don't need the stars. I found my compass right where you are. The noise of the city, the fear of the dark, they fade to a whisper, they lose their spark. And I am anchored, finally still in the warmth of your heart, by the strength of your will. When the storm starts to rise and the heavens break, I'm held by a love that no fever can shake. Safe in the harbor of your embrace, I'm finally home, anchored in your grace. It's not in the lightning or the sudden fire, it's the way you're the truth when the world is a liar. It's the soft way you breathe when the morning is new, the simple, incredible mercy of you. You're the gravity pulling my soul to the ground, the beautiful silence where I'm finally found. Let the mountains anchored in your grace. No more drifting, no more shadows to chase. Just you and the light on your face. In your grace, I'm home. I'm home. The world is loud, 1,000 rushing feet, but in the crowd, your rhythm makes me complete. I didn't have to find you, I just had to arrive at the place where our shadows finally align. It's not a spark, it's a slow burning glow, a language we learned a lifetime ago. And if the stars decided to dim their light, I'd still know the way to your side in the night. 'Cause you're the map drawn on the back of my soul, the half of a story that finally feels whole. And I hear the echoes of forever in the way that you breathe, in the pull of the tide. A promise we made when the world was just starting, that I'd be the harbor and you'd be the light. It's written in dust and it's carved in a stone. With you I am never, ever alone. Can you hear it too? Through the wind and the weather, the beautiful echoes of a forever. They say that time is a thief in the dark, but it can't take the way you've branded my heart. In every good morning, in every good night, in the silvering hair, in the fading of sight. We are just a moment, a flash in the pan, with a masterpiece drawn by a master's hand. It's in the silence between our heartbeats, it's in the way our history repeats. 1,000 lives, I'd find you again. The same soft beginning, the same never end. We made when the world was just starting, that I'd be the harbor and you'd be the light. It's written in dust and it's carved in a stone. With you I am never, ever alone. Can you hear it too? Through the wind and the weather, the beautiful echoes of a forever. Echoes of a forever. I'll find you in the next life, in the light. I'll find you. Can you hear it? It's just beginning. It's always been you. I spent a lifetime chasing shadows in the street, measuring the miles by the blisters on my feet. I had a map with no ink, a watch with no hands, just a ghost wandering through the shifting sands. I thought the wind was a compass, I thought the stars were a light, until the moment your reflection caught my eye. The world is spinning faster than I can keep up with, and every other direction feels like a myth. But when the fog rolls in and the lights go low, I don't have to wonder which way to go, 'cause you're the steady pulse in the quiet of the night, the silver lining in the grayest morning light. When the needle starts to tremble and the seasons start to blow, you're the anchor in the harbor, the only north I know. Yeah, the only north I know. They say the poles are shifting, that the earth is out of line, but I've got a different kind of gravity in mind. It's the way you say my name when I'm losing my way. It's the silence we share at the end of the day. I don't need a mountaintop to see where I stand, I just need the familiar warmth of your hand. I've been east for the glory and west for the gold. I've been south where the stories are bought and they're sold, but they're all just circles, they all lead to nowhere, until I look up and I find that you're right there. 'Cause you're the steady pulse in the quiet of the night, the silver lining in the grayest morning light. When the needle starts to tremble and the seasons start to blow, you're the anchor in the harbor, the only north I know. Let the stars lose their fire, let the oceans overflow. I'm finally home, and the only north I know. Just stay right there. Just stay right there, I'm home. I used to think the silence was a hollow space, just a gap between the moments, a mask upon my face. I was walking through the static, tuning every station, looking for a frequency, a secret revelation. Then you spoke my name and the air began to shift, like a needle finding vinyl, like a heavy fog would lift. I didn't need a map to find where I belonged, I just followed the vibration where the beat was deep and strong. It's not a choice, it's not a ghost, it's the part of me that needs you most. A steady hum beneath the skin, where your ending is where I begin. It's written in the pulse, it's carved into the bone, the language of a heart that finally found its home. Every thought against my chest, every breath I steal away is whispered quiet anchor and a love designed to last. I can feel your thumbprint pressing on the soft side of my wrist, tracing out a lifeline that I didn't know I missed. With the echo in the hallway, with a marrow in the spine, a fundamental gravity, your hand inside of mine. Even if the lights go out and the music fades to black, I could find you in the darkness, I would never look back. I just listen for the cadence, for the drumming in the heat, and let my soul surrender to that wild familiar beat. And oh, it's written in the pulses, carved into the bone, the language of a heart that finally found its home. Every thought against my chest, every breath I steal away, is whispering the things that words can never say. We're two rhythms in a gallop, a symphony of two. Everything I am is synced in time with you. Oh, it's deeper than the blood, it's truer than the view. It's truer than the view. It's written in the pulse, and the pulse is you. Can you feel it? A steady yes in every beat. Before I knew your name, I knew this rhythm. Yes, you. It was always you. I used to build my houses out of sand, just waiting for the tide to take my hand. I thought that love was meant to burn and fade, a fleeting ghost, a debt that's never paid. I had a list of things I thought I need, a hollow map, a garden with no seed. Then you walked in and moved the stars around, and showed me what it's like to finally be found. You didn't try to change the rhythm of my heart, you just sat beside me in the dark. And now the ceiling's gone, the sky is wide, I've got nothing left to hide. 'Cause you are the measure, you are the bar, you're the light that tells me exactly where we are. I used to settle for a flicker, a spark in the night, but you brought the morning, you brought the light. Every I love you before was just a rehearsal, a beautiful truth in a world of reversal. Now I know what is worth, and it's you, and it's you I'm thinking of. Darling, you've become my standard for love. It's in the way you listen when I'm quiet, the peace you bring to every inner riot. It's not a grand performance or a stage, it's the simple way you're there on every page. I don't look for reasons anymore, I don't keep one eye drifting toward the door, because the best of me is mirrored in your eyes. You're the only truth I recognize. 'Cause you are the measure, you are the bar, you're the light that tells me exactly where we are. I used to settle for a flicker, a spark in the night, but you brought the morning, you brought the light. Every I love you before was just a rehearsal, a beautiful truth in a world of reversal. Now I know what is worth, and it's you, and singing of. colors start to gray, I'll just look at you to find my way. You're the steady hand, the unwavering yes, the answer to the questions I couldn't even get. The world is getting louder, pushing at the door. But here inside the silence, I don't need it anymore. The shadows stretch their fingers across the hardwood floor, but I've never seen the light as clear as I do now, for sure. You're a steady hum of silver in a static heavy room, a garden made of secrets just waiting for the bloom. And I don't need the sun to show me where you stand. I can trace the map of forever in the palm of your hand. The stars might be hidden, the moon might be thin, but I know exactly where your soul begins. This is my devotion in the dark, a fire built from nothing but a single holy spark. When the neon fades to gray and the bitter winds start, I'll be the pulse that's beating inside your heavy heart. No, I don't need to see you to know that you are mine. In the deepest midnight, our spirits intertwine. Pure devotion, devotion in the dark. They say that love is blind, but I think it's finally sight to recognize your fragrance in the middle of the night, to find the way home by the sound of your breath. A promise kept in quiet, a victory over death. It's not the easy beauty of a blue and cloudless sky, it's the anchor in the ocean when the tide is running high. This is my devotion in the dark, a fire built from nothing but a single holy spark. When the neon fades to gray and the bitter winds start, I'll be the pulse that's beating inside your heavy heart. No, I don't need to see you to know that you are mine. In the deepest midnight, our spirits intertwine. Pure devotion, let the lights go out on the city streets. Let the clock stop ticking on the rhythm of the beats. If the universe goes quiet and the colors all depart, I'll still find my way to you by the compass in my heart. gets loud, 1,000 voices screaming, trying to tell me who I ought to be. But in the quiet when the day is leaning, you're the only truth that reaches me. I used to wander through the empty spaces, looking for a sign I couldn't find. Now I see the light in all the places that you left your gentle mark behind. It's not just a feeling, it's a way of breathing. It's the gravity that pulls me home, a quiet promise that I'm finally keeping. I never have to walk this road alone. When the sky falls dark and the wind gets cold and the weight of the world is a heavy load, I whisper to the stars what I've known from the start. I carry your rhythm inside of my heart, in every breath, in every step. Your name is my only praise. You're the grace I didn't know I needed, the answer to a question I forgot to ask. With every I love you that we've repeated, you've peeled away the armor and the mask. They say your soulmate is a mirror shining, showing you the gold within the gray. Well, you're the silver in the darkest lining, the peace that leads me through the hardest day. When the sky falls dark and the wind gets cold and the weight of the world is a heavy load, I whisper to the stars what I've known from the start. I carry your rhythm inside of my heart, in every breath, in every step. Your name is my only prayer. It's a sacred sound, it's a holy light. It's the hand I reach for in the middle of the night. It's the amen at the end of the line. I'm yours, and I'm so glad you're mine. Yeah, the sky might fall and the wind might blow. I'm not a secret that the angels just know. Whisper to the stars what I'm from. Inside of you, inside of my heart, every breath, in every step. Your name is my only prayer. Your name is the first word I say to the morning. It's the last thing I hold when I sleep, a promise I'm keeping. Your name, my prayer, my prayer. I used to think that love was just a sudden view, a lucky window I was looking through. But then I met the blueprint in your eyes, steady lines beneath the softest skies. We didn't start with gold or marble floors, just empty hallways and some open doors. A quiet promise in a world of shelter with the echo of your voice. And oh, it's the architecture of us, designed in faith and finished in trust. It's not just a roof keeping out the rain, it's the way you hold the weight of all my pain, from the deep foundation to the highest peak. You're the living structure of my every dream, stronger than the storm, softer than the dust. God, I love the architecture. We've got the kitchen where the morning starts to bloom, and the silver shadows in our bedroom. Every scar we carry is a low barren wall, holding us upright so we never fall. There are rooms for laughter, corners for the tears, and a long white porch for the coming years. It's a sacred space that no one else can see, the home you built inside of me. And oh, it's the architecture of us, designed in faith and finished in trust. It's not just a roof keeping out the rain, it's the way you hold the weight of all my pain, from the deep foundation to the highest beam. You're the living structure of my every dream, stronger than the stone, softer than the dust. God, I love the architecture of us. They say that palaces eventually crumble, that even the tallest towers start to stumble, but we build ours on the things that stay, on the I'm sorry's and the I'll find a way. It's a masterwork, it's a work in progress. It's the only place I finally feel honest. So glad I get to live inside this beautiful thing we made. The light, the shadow, and the shade, just you and me, building for eternity. The architecture of us, yeah. The architecture of us, yeah. You're the architecture of us. The world is like a jagged symphony of noise, a million different shadows trying to find their voice. But I was out of step, I was drifting off the beat, until the day the universe laid your heart at my feet. It wasn't like a thunderclap or a sudden rushing flood. It was a quiet resonance that settled in my blood. And now the silence doesn't feel so cold, because I'm holding on to stories we haven't even told. It's a frequency only we can find, leaving all the static far behind. It's an unconditional rhythm, a steady holy sound. It's the breath inside my lungs, it's the light across the sky. Through the highs and the lows, through the winter and the blue, my heart just keeps on beating in time with you. It's an unconditional rhythm. You've seen the parts of me I try so hard to hide, the fractured lines and secrets that I kept locked deep inside. But you didn't turn away, you didn't try to change the song. You just hummed a lower harmony and told me I belong. Now every mile we walk and every bridge we have to cross is measured by the grace we found inside the things we lost. It's an unconditional rhythm, a steady, holy sound, the anchor in the current when the walls are coming down. It doesn't need a reason, it doesn't ask for why. It's the breath inside my lungs, it's the light across the sky. It's the pulse that guides us home at the end of the day. It's an unconditional rhythm, steady, holy, steady, holy. Anchor in the current when the walls are coming, walls are coming. Doesn't need a reason, it doesn't ask for why. It's the breath inside my lungs, it's the light across the sky. Through the highs and the lows, through the winter and the blue, my heart just keeps on beating in time with you. In time with you. Just a steady beat, an open door. I've never known a song like this before. Unconditional, unconditional resonant chord. I used to drift like a ghost in the hallway, afraid of the light, afraid of the sound. I built up a kingdom of maybe and always, with feet that had never quite touched the ground. Then you walked in with your eyes like a mirror, reflecting the parts that I tried to conceal. The haze in the room started growing much clearer, and suddenly everything started to feel. I'm done with the chase and the shadows, the games. I'm done with the way that I whispered your name. Now I'm shouting out to the sky, because I'm tethered to the truth of us. A quiet faith, a sacred trust in a world that's spinning out of gear. You're the only thing that's standing here. No more see through my every disguise, but there's a sweet mercy in how we are growing, with no more pretenses and no more white lies. We're stripped to the bone, we are raw, we are real, like a melody caught in a beautiful lake. The deeper we go, the more that we heal, with a promise that's far too stubborn to break. Gravity used to feel like a burden, like something was pulling me down to the dust. But now that I'm with you, I'm finally certain that falling is easy when falling is tried. Tethered to the truth of us, a quiet faith, a sacred trust in a world that's spinning out of gear. You're the only thing that's standing here. No more running from the things I fear, no more hiding who I'm meant to be. Your love is the anchor, the lock and the key, and I'm finally tethered to the truth of you and me. The truth is the light in the dark. The truth is the beat in my heart. Tethered, I'm staying right here. Tethered to the The world sees the armor that you wear, the steady hands, the way you pull the weight. They see the mountain, not the climber there, or the quiet path you took to reach the gate. But I've seen you in the kitchen at 3 a.m., tracing patterns in the shadows on the wall. I know the softest parts of who you are, the grace you find each time you've had to fall. It's not just the fire in your eyes when you're winning, it's the flicker in the dark when you're tired and spinning. I'm the keeper of the secrets you don't have to hide. I'm the one who gets to stand right by your side, and oh, it is the honor of my life to be the witness to your light, to see the gold beneath the silver and the gray, to watch you bloom in your own brave way. When the stars go dim and the sun loses sight, I'll still be here, just a witness to your light. You think your scars are maps of where you failed, but to me they're just the lines of how you survived. 1,000 tiny victories exhaled, the beautiful reason that we both arrived. I see the way you give your heart away, even when the world is cold and unkind. You're the only truth I need to find today, the kind of soul I thought I'd never find. Oh, and oh, it is the honor of my life seasons fly. As long as I can see you, I am satisfied. I see it all. Don't ever let it I've spent a lifetime chasing the horizons, thinking the peace was in the miles. I could go building up walls just to see if I could climb them, looking for a place that I didn't yet know. I had a map with 1,000 directions, but every road ended in a shade of blue. I was a traveler with no real intention, until the moment I ran into you. The noise of the world just started to fade. The debt of the lonely was finally paid. Because you are a house with a door and a key. You're the breath in my lungs, you're the marrow in me. When the stars lose their light and the sky falls through, I don't look for a landmark, I just look for you. No matter how far the wind pulls me loose, the way home is you. Yeah, the way home is you. It's a quiet silver light in the kitchen at midnight. It's the way that you know what I'm not saying at all. You're the anchor that holds when the tide gets too tight, the hand that I reach for whenever I fall. I used to think home was a spot on a map, a roof and a porch and a garden will grow. But it's the way that my fingers fit into your gap, and the feeling of finally wherever we go. Because you want a house with a door and a key. You're the breath in my lungs, you're the marrow in me. When the stars lose their light and the sky falls through, I don't look for a landmark, I just look for you. No matter how far the wind pulls me loose, the way home is you. I'm not wandering anymore, I'm not pacing the hall or guarding the door. Every heartbeat is a step toward the truth, that I'm already there as long as I'm with you. You want a house with a door and a key. You're the breath in my lungs, you're the marrow in me. When the stars lose their light and the sky falls through, I don't look for a landmark, restless sea. Tides of static pulling at me. I've been running on a hollow road, carrying a heart heavy with the load. But the moment I step through the door, the noise of the city don't matter no more. It's like the gravity finally lets go, and the soft golden light of your glow. And I don't have to say a word to feel like I've finally been hurt. Every scar, every break, every line finds its way back home tonight. 'Cause you are the quiet in the middle of the thunder, the only spell that I wanna be under. When the walls close in and the shadows start to climb, I find my peace one heartbeat at a time. There's a healing that nobody else performs in my sanctuary. In your arms, they say soulmate is a mirror of the best of you, but you're the grace that carries me through the rest of me too. And I'm a ghost in my own skin. You're the only one who lets the light back in. It's not just a touch, it's a sacred ground where the lost parts of me are finally found. Oh, yeah, 'cause you are the quiet in the middle of the only spell that I wanna be under. Yeah. When the walls close in and the shadows start to climb, I find my peace one heartbeat at a time. There's a healing that nobody else performs in my sanctuary. Let the winter come, let the seasons fade. I'm not a prisoner, I'm not afraid. Lock the world away, throw the key in the deep. You're the only promise that I'm gonna keep, the only place I'm ever truly warm. Yeah, you are the quiet in the middle of the thunder, the only spell that I wanna be under. Yeah, when the walls close in and the shadows start to climb, I find my peace one heartbeat at a time. There's a healing that nobody else performs in my sanctuary. In your arms, in your arms, my shelter from the storm. The sky turned gray before we even noticed. A sudden chill against the window pane. We watched the flowers bend and lose their color, while everybody ran to find the shade. But you just reached your hand across the table and smiled like you were born to weather storms. Now I'm not looking for a place to hide away. I'm perfectly content inside your arms. Let the clouds collide, let the thunder roll. There's a quiet kind of fire in your soul, and it's keeping me warm. They say that nothing stays the same forever, that even mountains crumble to the sea. But they don't know the way we hold together. They haven't seen the way you look at me. Let the seasons break, let the rivers rise. the sunshine, an easy road beneath a cloudless sky. But now I know the beauty's in the struggle, and the way we find the light in each other's eyes. Every crack in the wall is a story we told. Every scar is a promise that we're gonna grow old. And I wouldn't trade a single drop of words for a lifetime of better without you first. Cause they say that nothing stays the same forever, that even mountains crumble to the sea. But they don't know the way we hold together. They haven't seen the way you look at me. Let the seasons break, let the rivers rise. I see 1,000 summers in your eyes. Our love wasn't made for the golden days. It was built to last the rain. So let it pour, let the roof shake, with a kind of foundation that'll never break. With a shelter, with a shore. I've never loved you less, I only love you more. Through the flood and through the fall, we're standing tall. No, nothing stays the same forever, but I'll be right here through the century, locked in the way we hold together, with all the love you've given back to me. Let the seasons break, let the rivers rise. I found my heaven in your eyes. Our love wasn't made for the easy days. It was built to last the rain. Ooh, to last the rain. Yeah, we're still standing, just you and me in the rain. The world moves fast from Monday through the night, chasing shadows, reaching for the light. But when the dust of Saturday finally starts to fade, I find the sanctuary that we've made. The coffee steaming soft against the glass, watching all the hurried clouds just pass. I don't need the grand designs or the gold along the way. I just need the silence of this day. Give me a lifetime's worth of Sundays, wrapped in the quiet of your arms, far away from all the noise and the alarms. We don't need a reason, we don't need a plan, just the steady rhythm of your hand in my hand. If forever is a mountain that we're meant to climb, I'd spend every Sunday with you, frozen in time. Yeah, there's a poetry in how you slowly wake, the gentle way the morning starts to break. No finish lines to cross, no prayers to plead. You are every single thing I'll ever need. We'll trace the patterns of the light upon the floor and realize we don't have to search for more. It's the simple, soulmate truth I've come to know. The best kind of love is the kind that lets you go slow. Give me a lifetime's worth of Sundays, wrapped in the quiet of your arms, far away from all the noise and the alarms. We don't need a reason, we don't need a plan, just the steady rhythm of your hand in my hand. If forever is a mountain that we're meant to climb, I'd spend every Sunday with time. When the winters get heavy and the years start to show, and the fire in the hearth begins to glow low, fading of the sun, because our peaceful Sabbath has only just begun. The silver skin of age upon my hand, in your hand. If forever is a mountain that we're meant to climb, I'd spend every Sunday with you, frozen in time. My soulmate, my lifetime of Sundays, my soulmate. I'm truly blessed. Sundays, Sunday, my soulmate, my The world is loud, a crashing sea of neon lights and entropy. But when I'm standing close to you, the static fades, the sky turns blue. I didn't need a crowded room to tell the stars I found my home. It's in the way you hold your tea, the way you find the peace in me. We don't need the silver or the gold, or stories that the poets told, because the truth is simpler than a song. It's knowing exactly where I belong. It's the vow beneath the breath, the promise kept in every step, beyond the words we've learned to say in the quiet light of every day. A lifetime whispered soft and true. I'm choosing us, I'm choosing you. It's not the thunder, it's the rest. It's the vow beneath the breath. I see it in the kitchen light, the way you watch the falling night. And when the shadows start to lean, you're the anchor in the in-between. It isn't written on a page or shouted from a wooden stage. It's how you reach to take my hand when no one else would understand. It's the vow beneath the breath, the promise kept in every step, beyond the words we've learned to say in the quiet light of every day. A lifetime whisper soft and true. I'm choosing us, I'm choosing you. It's not the thunder, it's the rest. It's the vow beneath the breath. When the years begin to grade and our memories start to fade, I'll still be leaning in to hear the secret that you've kept so near, that I am yours and you are mine, braided through the hands of time. sea to follow. It doesn't beg the waves to reach the shore, and I don't have to wonder where I'll be tomorrow. I'm anchored in the space where you were once before. I used to think that love was like a lightning strike, a sudden flash that leaves you in the dark. But you are like the morning, slow and certain, the steady beating of a quiet heart. Oh, it's a pull I can't explain, but I can feel it deep beneath the surface of my skin. Through every rise and moon and every sunset, you're the breath I'm always drawing. In the world might shift its weight and lose its footing, but I am coming back to your side. There's a comfort in the rhythm of your breathing, a gravity that holds me in my place. It's the simplest of truths, this way of being, the map of every line upon your face. We've seen the storms that try to shake the shoreline. We watch the heavy clouds roll through the gray. But even when the water's rough and restless, it never finds a reason not to stay. But I can feel it deep beneath the surface of my skin. Through every rise and moon and every sunset, you're the breath I'm always drawing in. The world might shift its weight and lose its footing, but I am coming back to your side. Unbroken and unspoken, ever moving, I am constant as a tide. It's not a frantic kind of love, it's not a fire meant to burn out fast. It's the patience of the ocean floor, knowing that the greatest things will last. Always coming home, always coming home. I used to keep the windows boarded up, afraid of how the light might fade the floor. I held my breath in every empty room and kept a heavy chain across the door. I thought this house was built for standing still, a quiet place to keep the world away. But then you whispered through the wooden slats and asked me if you had a place to stay. I didn't have to sweep the dust or hide the cracks. You saw the mess and didn't turn your back. You took the keys right out of my trembling hand and built a home on this forgotten land. Now you're the only tenant of my heart, the only soul who's ever known the exactly where I begin. It's funny how the echoes used to scare me, the hollow sound of walking through the night. But now the silence feels like holy ground, because I know you're sleeping in the light. You hung your pictures on my heavy ribs, you put your flowers on the windowsill. I used to wonder if I'd ever feel alive, but looking at you now, I know I will. There are no short-term leases, no until, no maybe someday, or if you still will. The mortgage is paid in the way that you breathe. I've burned all the maps, there's no reason to leave. This foundation is yours, every brick, every stone. With you in these walls, I am never alone. Yeah, you're the only tenant of my heart, the only soul who's ever known the blueprints from the start. You painted all the hallways in the colors of your grace. You filled up every corner, you took up every space. I've torn the floor and signed down from the gate. You're the love I didn't know I had to wait for. My pulse is just the sound of you moving in. Where you end is exactly where I begin. Yeah, you're the only tenant of my heart, the only soul who's ever known the blueprints from the start. You painted all the hallways in the colors of your grace. You filled up every corner, you took up every space. I've torn the floor and signed down from the gate. You're the love I didn't know I had to wait for. My pulse is just the sound of you moving in. Where you end is exactly where I begin. The lights are staying on now, the door is unlocked for good. I never thought a heart could feel the way a real home should. Yeah, you're the only